Hello everyone, I am your host Ayushi Karasetia and welcome back to our channel Pabbly. In this video we are going to learn how you can send task due date notification to employees on Google Hangouts automatically. So let's take an example that you are a manager of a company and you have assigned some tasks to your subordinates. Now you want to know the status of those tasks for which you are sending the messages to your subordinates on Google Hangouts. For doing this, you have two options. First, do it manually. Go to your Google Task account, check the due dates of all the tasks, compose a message and send it to your subordinate on Google Hangout. But this will be a time-consuming and a tiresome process. And you need to check your Google Task account frequently, and even there may be the chances that you miss to send some notifications for some of the tasks on your Google Hangouts. The second option is to create an automation, so that whenever you add a new task into your Google Task, automatically your subordinates are going to receive a message before the due date of the task. For this, we need to create a connection between Google Task and Google Hangouts. So in order to create a connection, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating Google Task with Google Hangouts automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So let us learn the integration process now on my screen. So we are back on my screen. Here we are going to type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes. By creating an account in Pabbly Connect, you are going to get 100 tasks free every month. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on Sign In. In the All Apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on Access Now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on Create Workflow. Here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Google Task to Google Hangouts. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on Create. Now we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want to send the task due date notification to the employees on the Google Hangouts. For that, open this trigger window, choose the application name as Google Task. Select the trigger event as New Task. Click on Connect. Click on Add New Connection and click on Connect with Google Tasks. Now it is asking me to choose an account, so I'll just choose my account. Pabbly Connect Tasks wants additional access to your Google account. So let's click on Continue and give away the access as the data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. Authorization successful, and now the Google tasks are connected to Pabbly Connect. So as we have created a connection, here we can find all the task lists that we have created in our Google Task account. So I'll take you to my Google Task account where I have created some lists, that is My Task, Trello and Integration App. So as I want to create an integration between this particular Integration App task list and Pabbly Connect. So I'll be selecting the same task list over here, that is Integration App. Now before clicking on Save and Send Test Request, first we are going to create a new task in our Google Task, just because after clicking on this option, it is going to capture the latest response. So let's create a new task over here and just click on this plus sign, add a task. Let's give the task name as InstaMojo issue. And I'm just going to edit this task. Let's give the description, the details as InstaMojo trigger new sale not capturing the response. Okay, so we have added the description as InstaMojo trigger, new sale not capturing the response. Okay, and here we are going to add an assignee. So let's add Gary Monroe as an assignee, and here we are going to just add a due date. So let's give it as 15th of April 2022, and let's click on OK. So we have created a task named InstaMojo issue. We have added the description. We have assigned this task to Gary, and we have given the specific due date over here. Okay, so the task has been created. Now let's move back to Pabbly Connect, and now we are going to click on Save and Send Test Request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received, and here we can find all the details of the task captured over here. Okay, here we can find the title, here we can find the assignee name, and here we can find the status, and here we can find the due date. And when I just maximize the size of this notes, here we can find the description also, that InstaMojo trigger new sale is not capturing the response. So now we want that using these details, automatically a notification should be sent to your employee on Google Hangouts. But the notification should be sent before the due date. So the days can be 2 days or 4 days before the due date. So for that, we are just going to add date and time format over here. So click on this action step, choose the application name as date and time formatter. And now we are going to just subtract 2 days from the actual due date. Okay, I'll just show you the due date. Yes, we have got the due date as 15th of April. So we want to send the notification on 13th of April. So we are going to just format the date over here. Select the action event as add or subtract time. Click on connect. Now here we are going to enter the date, that is the due date from Google Task. Now we have to give the expression, provide the amount of time you would like to add or subscribe to the date. So I am just giving minus 2 days plus 5 minutes. Okay. And I'll just give a space over here. Okay. So we have added the expression. Now here we have to give the to format. So the to format will be YY, MM and DD, and along with the hours, minutes and seconds. So I'm just selecting the time zone over here. Yes, YY, MM, DD, and we are not taking the zones. We are just taking hour, minutes and seconds. Okay, and here we are going to select the from format. So the from format will be this format, that is YY, MM and DD, year, month and date, and after that the time as well as the zone. So we are going to select the same format over here. So let us select the format as YY, MM, DD, and even we have to just see that whether there is a space or not. So in this particular message we cannot, in this particular date we cannot find a space. So we have to give the same format over here. Yes, this one. And now let's click on Save and Send Test Request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received, and here we have got a date, that is 13th of April 2022 minus 2 days. Okay, the due date was 15th. So now we want to send a message on 13th, but our workflow should run on 13th only. For that we are going to just apply a delay over here. So click on this plus sign and choose the application name as delay. So how much delay you want to put into the workflow? So we want to delay until, and which date we will be specifying the subtracted date over here. Okay, that is 13th. So this workflow will be delayed till this particular date and this particular time. Okay, it means that workflow is going to run at this particular date and time. And let's click on Save and Send Test Request. Okay, status as success and message delayed until this date and at this time. So now we want to send a notification to the employee on Google Hangouts. So I'll take you to the response also once again. And here in the notes we have got a message assigned to Gary Monroe, and along with the description the name of the assignee is mentioned. But the assignee name is not mentioned somewhere else. So we have to just extract the assignee name from this particular message. For that I am just going to apply the text formatter once again. So come to this plus sign and click on Add Action Step. Choose the application name as text formatter. Select the action event as text parser. Click on Connect. Now here we have to enter the text to pass. So we have to map the text from Google Task. Okay, and this was the text. Let us map it. Now here we have to give text match after. So we have to give after to, TO. So I will just specify TO, and text match before. So before this bracket. So I'll just give the bracket over here. So we have given the text match after and before also. So the data which is after to and before this bracket will get captured over here. Let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and in the response we can find the result as Gary Monroe. Only the assignee name is captured. So now we want to send a notification. For that, click on this plus sign, add action step. Choose the application name as Google Hangouts or Google Chat. Select the action event as create message. Click on connect. Now here we have to give chat webhook URL. So I'll take you to my Google Hangouts account. So here I have created some spaces or some rooms, that is Pabbly Team and Pabbly Connect. So now I want all the messages or all the notifications to be displayed on this particular room or the space name Pabbly Team. So we'll be creating the integration between Pabbly Team and Pabbly Connect. For that, just click on this small arrow sign and click on Manage Webhooks option. Here we have to give a name to the webhook. So let us give it as Google Tasks and just click on Save. And here we can see that a webhook is created, and here we can find a webhook URL. So I'll just copy this webhook URL from here and I'll be pasting the same webhook URL over here. That is the chat webhook URL. Now here we have to give the message or the notification that you want to send on your Google Hangouts. So let's give the message as Gary Monroe, that is the assignee name which we have got from text parser, that is text formatter. What is the task status of, and let us map the title, that is the task title, InstaMojo issue, and let's add the due date also. So I'll just add the due date, and here we have to map the due date that we have got from Google Tasks, and this was the due date. Okay, and then a question mark, and let's add one more message as please ignore this notification if completed. Okay, so in this way a message will be delivered to your team, or it will be delivered on your Google Hangouts platform. Okay, Gary Monroe, what is the task status of InstaMojo issue? Due date is this. Please ignore if this notification if completed. So the message is ready. Now let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. It means the message is delivered on Google Hangouts. Let's check it. Okay, and here we have got a new message. Gary Monroe, what is the task status of InstaMojo issue? Due date is this. Please ignore this notification if completed. So in this way we can see that our integration is working fine and the messages are getting displayed on your Google Chats platform. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay. So as we have clicked on save and send test request, we can find the message instantly delivered on your Pabbly team platform over here, that is your Google Chats. So, but in the real time, this particular workflow is going to run on the date until which we have specified the delay over here, that is 13th of April. So the assignee is going to receive the notification on 13th of April 2022 in the real time. Okay. So I'll not be able to show you the real time example over here because this particular workflow is going to run at a specific date and time, and here we have already specified the delay that this particular workflow should run just 2 days before the actual due date. Okay. So let's minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. And I'll just minimize all the action steps over here as well as the trigger step also. Okay, so first we have created an integration between Google Tasks and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details of the task that we have created in our Google Task account. Then we have used date and time formatter just to subtract the date, just because we want to send the notification 2 days before the due date. Then we have applied the delay that this particular workflow should run just 2 days before the specific due date. And we have added the text formatter action step just because we want the assignee name separately, and we have sent the message using all these details on Google Hangouts. And in this way, we have created a successful integration between Google Task and Google Hangouts using Pabbly Connect. So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business using Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can visit our Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.